So right now it has gotten to that point that whatsoever we do as black folks actually piss these white people off. Because let it make sense to me that a black beautiful American woman sang a very beautiful song that we love, because we never asked for their accreditation. We never asked white folks to actually accredit that song if it was good or it was bad. Like, their opinion was never needed. So this black woman actually sang this particular song, and a lot of us, we're happy we actually have to like help her as well promote our business based on the fact that, yeah, we are blacks, right? And we can actually help ourselves. But this white woman took to her page, and what is the next thing she's saying? She said black communities are one of the people that promote the worst things in their community. It simply means that every single effort that this woman has actually put into this particular song, she thwarted all of those efforts and call it worse. Anyways, I'll let you see this video because she actually got the farfo she deserved. She wanted attention, and then we give her attention, right? She wanted to make money off our struggles, and then we also showed her that we can make money out of her own struggles too. I want you guys to actually watch this video and let me know what you think. Hi guys, welcome back to the channel. My name is Sonia. If this is the first time tuning in, subscribe, like, comment, and share. Credit belongs to original creators of every single clips and stitches we have in our today's episode. And with that being said, let's dive right into this video, and I'll be back with commentaries. Let's go, guys.
Black America is the only group that embraces the worst part of their community and then calls it culture. I want you guys to watch this video where a black musician makes a very racist song against white people. Now, if a white person had wrote that song, they would be canceled. They would be called a racist. They would get death threats. So why is it okay for Black America to be openly racist against white America? This type of division only leads to more violence and hate. Let me know how you feel. Embraces the worst part of their community.
The last time I checked, Black Americans didn't erect monuments, name streets and cities, and create holidays for slave owners, sex traffickers, rapists, and some of the most terrible human beings on the planet. Black people are not the ones going around tattooing Nazi symbols on their bodies as a symbol of reference to their whiteness. Black people aren't running around with Confederate flags as though it's trying to remember their heritage. Literally, you're not going to find a black Mount Rushmore in which native land is taken and stolen, only put the faces of some of the demons who did it on it. Or create a massive mountain in Georgia to glamorize the Confederacy. It seems to me that the only people who glamorize the terrible aspects of their community are white people. And y'all do that shit all over the world. Have a good day and do better. And let's not talk about how y'all go to other places and steal shit and then put it on display in museums. Get the...
It's a very racist song against white people.
Yeah, I'm gonna need you to go look at this whole video that this Snow Roach did on this. I'm gonna explain to you again. We've been through this many times. Black people cannot, I repeat, cannot be racist. We can be prejudiced, but we cannot be racist. That's for you toilet paper terrorists. So she's basically getting mad that the rapper, the female rapper, is, saying that white people can't say the N-word. And she's mad about it. So basically what you're saying, you made the word, but we took the word and y'all can't have it back. So that's what you're saying. That's what you're saying, Pasty Patty. So storm me out with that. And black people, they racist. We cannot be racist. We can be prejudiced. But we can't be racist. You're racist. You're showing this by making this goofy ass video that you a fucking racist. You're mad that you can't use the N-word. I mean, you can use the N-word, but best believe it is freedom of speech. But are you ready to suffer the consequences, repercussions of you using that free speech? Running up to a black person saying the N-word. Are you ready for those consequences and repercussions? No, you're not. So you jump your motherfucking... I'm gonna try to be nice for the rest of the video. But you jump your motherfucking caveman mentality ass up here talking shit. Let's not forget, y'all had a head start using that word for eons. Once again, we took the word and y'all can't have it back. And that's pissing y'all the fuck off. And after all of the things that black people did for you, let's not forget the Mormons. Not the Mormons, excuse me. The Moors, excuse me. Not the Mormons, the Moors. When we came to Europe, we taught y'all how to cook food, personal hygiene, sewers, lights, arithmetic. And this is the motherfucking things we get. It's cool though, but I'm just letting you know, black people cannot be racist. We can be prejudiced. We can't be racist. Me, I'm not racist or prejudiced. Well, I don't like racist white people. I mean, I have no problem with white people. People are people to me. But if you're a racist white person like yourself, I don't fuck with you. I have something against you. You're an evil person. I don't want to be nowhere around you. Like your president, Trump. He's a racist piece of shit. And everybody he appointed is racist. Black people don't have the power to be racist. That's only for you motherfucking snow roaches. Best.
Black America is the only group that...
The moment I see a white person start off any video, I don't give a fuck who they are. They start off a video with Black America. I'm instantly going, I don't give a fuck what else the fuck you talking about. Please shut the fuck up. Please shut the fuck up. So you think we take the worst aspects of our communities and turn it into culture? We the only motherfucking ones to do that? Check this out. White America is the only culture in America that celebrates serial killers. And moonshiners. And gangsters. And crooked cops. And abusive priests. How the fuck is it that y'all are the majority of everything? Y'all are the majority population in the United States. Yet your sins are never magnified. I do remember talking about this not too long ago. Find me the Little T-Bone documentary. Who's Little T-Bone? Oh, Little T-Bone is a guy that did all the drive-bys. Find me the documentary on it. Find me the docudrama starring a younger Michael B. Jordan as Little T-Bone. I know what I'm saying doesn't make any sense. Yet, how many more fucking times are we going to talk about Ted Bundy? Find Lil Pookie. Find me the Little Pookie documentary about him eating 5 dudes. Can you find where that do? But we continue to get Jeffrey Dahmer documentaries. Didn't Ryan Murphy just make one a couple of years back and a whole bunch of white women like you were just, oh my God, he's so fine. He's a fucking serial killer. How many more times? I know I've said this before. How many more times we gonna go down to Manson well? How many more times do we have to hear about Charles Manson? How many more documentaries and books do we have to hear about from Charles Manson? How many? How many more? How many more? And y'all love violence. Y'all love that old West violence. I'm a white man with a 6-shooter. Boom, boom, boom. You gotta die. Y'all love that shit. I don't remember there being statues put up in black communities of traitors. I just don't. Lived in black communities my whole life. I know for a fucking fact there ain't no goddamn... There's not a William O'Neill statue anywhere in black America. But there is one of Confederate soldiers now, ain't it? They committed a criminal act, and you motherfuckers can't get over it. Look. Oh, you would make the 1,125,538 white woman or white person I've seen that starts a video off like that. Clean up your own fucking house. Clean it up. Stop celebrating shit like the Confederacy. Stop getting hard-ons for serial killers. Stop looking at the guy with the 6-shooter killing people. Don't stop that. Stop. Because your moral outrage can blow me. Because I have never, and I hate saying this, I genuinely hate saying this, but I have never seen more hypocrisy from a group of human beings in 53 years of life. You want to point the finger at everybody else, but you want to forget that y'all have not only the same vices and problems, but your shit is amplified, magnified, turned into television series that get Emmys and shit. While you're still trying to be the moral motherfucking majority. Fuck out of here. Fuck out of here. Y'all celebrate meth heads. Y'all get jangly guitars. He was on that opioid and it hurt him so bad. Get the fuck out of here. Get the fuck out of here. Clean up your shit. Before you make any sort of a judgment about any other fucking culture in this country, any other culture in this goddamn country, do yourself a favor. Look at your life. Find the criminals that you celebrate. Uncle Charlie, the one that robbed the motherfucking AMP, the goddamn Piggly Wiggly down the street in your little funky ass town, and y'all still celebrate him. When you see that, take your moral indignation and shove it up your ass. Oh, and one more little thing. While you say that we take the worst of our communities and turn it into culture, who is it that won't deal with the proliferation of raising a bunch of people that like to shoot up shit because heaven forbid somebody takes your little penis extenders? Who is it that's raising all these mass shooters?
Part of their community and then calls it culture.
I had to start over. This is for educational purposes, not bullying or harassment. It's not hateful behavior. It's not abusive behavior. I'm resting. And I feel as though I probably will have to cut off TikTok because it's mentally overwhelming and mentally draining. Not only seeing the news, the PB, through PBS and like Reuters and stuff, because I follow them, C-SPAN. I'm just tired, And the only reason why I saw this CECWN is because of my mutual to petty news.
And I'm going to say this, and then, I understand it's the end of the month and white people like to use black people to monetize through rage baiting. I understand that. I got that. This is what they do. They are they're using us for monetary gain, just like their ancestors did. But what their ancestors did was no, it's the same. The brutality, the dehumanization of their ancestors, they're doing it today through rage baiting, because to me, that's what racism is. It's antagonizing marginalized communities, right? And what I don't understand is why this CCWN and other white people like this person care about what's going on in the black community. Why is it that these white people don't go out and aren't outraged and aren't doing something about the 3171 of white men in their communities? 31% of white men in their community have 71% of child pornography. Why aren't you focusing on fixing that? Why aren't you focusing on the mass shooters that are being raised within your community? Why aren't you focusing on fixing that? Why aren't you focusing on the SAs that are happening in evangelical churches? Not only the Catholic Church, but evangelical churches as well. Why aren't you all focusing on fixing that? Why is it that, and because I can't understand it, it's not only a psychosis, it's a choice to do this. It's a choice to antagonize. It's a choice to police black people. It's a choice, because all in all, you really don't have to, because we're not out here giving two fucks about what you all are doing on a daily basis, because we see it every day. And my jaw constantly stays in place when I see every fucking day that there is a white man that has SA'd a child or has child pornography. I keep athlete A on in the background all the time, because that white man had 37,000 images of child pornography. But I don't see you guys talking about that. I don't see on my FYP or anywhere else where you all are outraged with what's going on in the church, with the child pornography thing, with the mass shootings that are happening from within your demographic, because those are the people that are out here doing the mass shootings. I don't see that. What I see is this constant policing, obsession, antagonizing of black people. It's in your DNA. It was taught to you that you have the inherent right, that you're entitled to police black people in other marginalized communities, when it is not your right to do that. Because everything that you were taught and told is based off of racist stereotypes. And it's a choice to continue that thought process. It's a choice to continue to be a racist. I don't even want to say that it's a psychosis, because it's in the DNA, and it's taught from generation to generation to have bias towards black people, to stereotype black people, to automatically do that. That's what you're taught to do, not to see us as human beings, but to see us as animals, because that's what most white people do. They see us as animals because that's what they were taught to do. And again, instead of focusing on us, the people that you don't like, right? Which baffles and confuses me that you all do this. You don't like our community, but you stay in our community. It's like I saw someone else do a post about this. Like, because it in my logical mind, if I don't like something, I'm not going to keep being around something that I don't like, right? Like, I don't like racist. I'm not going to be around racists. I'm not going to automatically go into an area where I know that there's blatant racists because I know that they don't like me. Why would I do that? But y'all don't do that. Y'all physically and mentally and emotionally insert yourself into our community for no reason whatsoever. You hate us, but you antagonize us. You hate us, but you want to constantly engage with us through antagonizing and policing us. I don't understand that. Why is it that you guys can't just leave Black people the fuck alone and focus on what's going on in your community? Focus on the child pornography that's happening. Focus on the mass shootings. Focus on what's happening in your community throughout this country. Because every day on this fucking app, all I see are white people shooting up shit and essaying children. That's it. And then hunting Black people and killing them. And then it's being deemed a suicide. I don't want to say you guys need to reevaluate your situation, because you won't. Because it's been ingrained in you that you're entitled to do all of this shit. But again, I don't get it. I wasn't raised to care about what somebody else is doing in their fucking homes. I wasn't taught to care about that. I was taught to care, to help people when they're down, to help people if they're in need, to care about people that are in need, that need help, that are suffering. That's what I was taught. Not to be judgmental towards people, to have discernment, but not be judgmental. But every day on this app, I lose a part of I feel like I lose a part of the empathy that I was raised with when I see this shit happening over and over again. And I don't want to lose who I am. I don't want to lose who my mom and my dad raised me to be. But every day when I see this bullshit, and especially that AI shit, I feel like a piece of me is chipping away. Just leave us the fuck alone. Why do you care what the fuck that she says? Why do you care what the fuck Black people are saying? I don't understand this need and obsession to antagonize and to continue to
is the only group that embraces the
Go back and watch the creator's response. He's absolutely right. But I just want to put my 2 cents in here, ma'am. I'm going to tell you this, and I mean it. Historically speaking, it is people of your skin tone that have enslaved Black Americans, that have raped Black women and men, that have strung us up in the trees. It was so bad that Billie Holiday had to create a song about it to try and get it to stop. And she was at the forefront of trying to get it stopped. As far as I'm concerned, as a musician. There were others in politics, but her song is what got a lot of attention. You and your kind, and when I say your kind, I mean people like you. Not all white people, but people like you seek to not only emulate and imitate Black people, and then you seek to colonize and take ownership of something, and then demean it if it doesn't go your way. Prime example, watermelon. Late 19th century. Guess what? It wasn't that, I'm sorry. No, it was the late 19th century, late 1800s. Black people used watermelon and growing in order to prosper and thrive in the South. But your people, not you in particular, not all white people, but people with your same mindset, sought to destroy and mock all of the progress that we were making. As far as racism is concerned, there are black people that do not like white people for their own reasons. I'm not one of those people. But what I will not sit here on this internet on this Sunday morning is allow you to perpetuate a damn lie. Because I'm black and I don't tolerate any form of racism from black people, Asian people, white people. But you are perpetuating it. And it's so solid that you can just feel it because you want to be right about this. Just because some black people want to exclude white people does not mean all of us do. And again, you being racist while trying to point out racism for a very large population of people in this country. Why don't you do some internal thinking and stop being racist your damn self? Because this take is poor and trashy because it just describes you. You want to put the blame on all black people. I'm black. I don't stand for that kind of bullshit. And there are a lot of others like me that don't stand for that kind of bullshit either. And we take care of our own and we take to task our own when they are racist. But you just want to embrace it to support your own racist tropes. I'm tired. You know, before, and I'm trying to remember this old Southern line that I grew up with. Maybe you should tend to your own flock before you start looking out for somebody else's. The call is coming from in the house, ma'am. Why don't you deal with your racism first before you start calling out black people as a whole? Because there are more of me than you think that don't tolerate that shit and will check it when we see it. Just have a day.
Black America is the only group that embraces.
Hey, what's up, people? How y'all feel, man? I'm gonna just drop this real quick. White folks getting on my last fucking nerves, man. I'm serious. It's like they really have an issue when we tell them they can't come to the cookout, when we tell them they can't say the N-word and all these things. It goes to show you the type of life they've had all these years. You motherfuckers are still in power. You motherfuckers control everything. And when you hear a black person come out of office and say you're not invited to the cookout, all of a sudden now we're racist. We don't want you at the cookout. But you can't tolerate that because you want to be there regardless of how you treat us. You want to disrespect us. See, that's what I'm saying. I never understand. I still don't understand it. I mean, you own everything. Your face is everywhere. You're talking about the globe. We ain't just talking about this is America. America, you own everything. This new administration has made it to a point where you can't even study African American history. If that ain't some of the most racist shit I ever heard in my entire life, that administration is backing, is telling you that we cannot learn about African American history. And this white woman is upset because this young lady said in her rap that you ain't invited to the cookout. And you better not say the N-word because I enforce that. Seriously. White people are the only people that literally cannot stand to be loved, no matter how they treat you. They don't know. I didn't own slaves, but you are taking privilege of what your ancestors did. You're put in position because of slavery. I'm sorry, that's just a hard thing. That's something that's never going to ever stop. And you won't denounce it. Then you want to come out of the mouth and try to make it seem as if that we're supposed to understand why. We're supposed to understand and not have any kind of ill feelings towards you. And I'm trying to get that understood. White people are the only ones that don't understand or don't want to understand why they should be disliked and why they should be hated. They want to continue to be racist, discriminatory, do all this foul shit. You have this administration letting it be known that ISIS can come out and they have the power to pull people that look Hispanic off the fucking damn street and put them in a concentration camp no matter if they're American or not. But I'm supposed to embrace you regardless.
Anyways, welcome back, guys, and that is all I actually got for this particular video today. And let's break this down, okay? She said in her words that Black Americans are the only people that actually promote worst parts in their community. And at the end of the day, why is it so easy for Black people to be racist profile to white folks and it is not being called racist? But if white folks are actually being racist profile to Blacks, it is being called racist. And the last time I checked in this particular song, this lady was literally narrating what is actually happening. She was never been racist profile in this particular song. But I find it offensive because in one way or the other, there is nothing we do as Black folks that is actually so interesting to them. Every single thing pisses them off. Every single thing make them go crazy. In fact, if you leave them, they will decide to put every single Black person under their foot for them to actually step on or for them to take them back to slavery. A lot of them are already targeting towards that they can't wait for slavery to actually start all over again. And that is why, since they are not getting their way, every single thing we do as Black pisses them. Because a Black woman singing her song, trying to make her money without even interfering in your business. Right? But it is so hard for you to adapt to that song. I remember when Taylor Swift actually sang about Black women, a lot of them they never reacted. They never reacted to that song. Only few ones that their head is actually correct that reacted to that song. Taylor Swift was blunt. She was saying, you can see it from the song that directly she was actually targeting this song towards Black women based on her past, based on her ex abandoning her, allegedly, according to how news actually carried it. And I actually carried out that particular video here, and of which a lot of people actually saw reasons as well. So can you actually merge these two videos? The video that this lady actually did, which is a Black woman did, and the music that Taylor Swift actually did, they are not the same thing, and this is actually not racist. But because these people will always want to like make something out of Black people's struggle, and I feel like most of them are actually doing this reaction because they actually want to buy audience. Do you get? They want to get their fellow folks that have never commented. You know, one thing I've noticed about them is they really do not support each other in their community. That is one thing I noticed. You always see them in Black people's comment section trying to say all sort of nonsense that they actually want to say, but going directly to support their own is a very big problem. Unlike Black folks, whenever they post something, you see that fellow Black folks actually try to help promote. Even me myself, I cannot see a Black folks content that is making sense to what the Black community that I will not promote, that I will not publish, that I will not push out even on my different accounts. As long as I know that this thing is actually good, I promote it, except for some Black people, because they said among every white sheep, you always have a Black sheep, except for that one Black sheep that have decided that there is nothing. There are some Black people that have decided that there is nothing every single Black person we actually do that will actually be nice to them. And if it didn't sit well with me, I do not promote. But you hardly see these white folks promoting each other. As far as I'm concerned, the only thing they do is try to get audience, for people to come and comment, for their videos to actually get engagement, just to monetize out of black people's sweat. And I have also decided that if you choose to monetize out of black people's sweat, I will also monetize out of your sweat as a white folks, because you have decided that there is nothing that will do literally that will make you happy. You just want us to talk. You just want us to see reasons to tell and be like, oh yeah, you are correct. Why you yourself, you actually know that that thing you're saying, you're actually saying blunder. Now you are saying that at the end of the day, if it was the white folks that actually did it, they would be getting, is it dirt warning or something like that. The last time I checked, the people that commit more crimes are the fellow white folks that look like you. So the first thing you need to do before you come out here to talk to the black community is to take the mirror and look at yourself, look at your past, look at your present, and look at what has really happened within the last 31 days. Look at the crimes that have actually been carried out and know that exactly people that are doing it are coming from your community. So you don't match the blessed music of a black woman to your blunder or to your nonsense, as far as I'm concerned. If you feel like the song is more offensive to you, do not listen to it, do not watch it. Right? But if you rub it to our face, we are going to rub it to our face. And I'm so happy for the powerful result she actually got from the community. But anyways, let me know what you think in the comment section. Credit belongs to original creators of every single clips and stitches we have in our today's episode. This is not to bash anybody. This is us giving our own opinionistic opinion. I stand a chance to be corrected, so feel free to correct me in the comment section if you think that what I actually said is actually not making sense, right? Correct me in the comment section. Black folks only are permitted to correct me, right? Anyways, with that being said, with no further ado, I do like I always say in my videos, I'm going to be simple and I'll see you guys in my next one. For now, bye guys. I love you guys. Mwah.